into World War III, I think a lot of the stuff that we're worried about right now would kind of go away. You know what I mean? Like, all the things people are concerned with would get thrown to the side as, like, everyone's just trying to survive.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I don't think the U.S. would ever actually split.
I don't know either. And then, well, Texas is trying to get out again, I heard, but...
They're always trying to do that.
I know.
I just don't think they're gonna be allowed to, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Or if they did, like, don't a lot of other states... Like, doesn't the federal government help them a lot? Like,
no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, we only get federal tax. We only pay federal tax. But we have really high property tax.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, how would you guys make money without the federal help or like with
no idea.
The power grid situation.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Yeah. But I don't know.
But they don't get that anyway.
I thought when they had the power grid problem, didn't other places help by...
No, because it's not attached.
Oh, so they're already separate.
That was the problem. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess you figure it out. I don't know.
I don't want to be in another country.
If one splits, then that's going to just cause all of them to, right? Like, I just don't see it happening because once one does, then it's like, oh, California can, or whoever, Alaska.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, like, I don't think that it's going to happen, but I guess it could. I feel like if it did, we'd just be like Europe, like the EU.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening.
Sometimes I think it might make more sense, but it would sure make things difficult.
Yeah, because we already can't really agree on a lot.
Right.
You broke it up regionally. I don't know how that would work.
I don't either.
I just don't see it happening. I don't see the U.S. government allowing that to happen just because it'd set a precedent for others to be able to do that.
Right. And no one's left. Like, everyone joins, but no one ever leaves.
Right. Yeah, we still have so many territories, too.
Right.
They're not ever going to leave because we're an empire.
No one's getting their independence now.
Right.
So, Titor referred to this, like, brief World War III as End Day, and Washington, D.C. and Jacksonville, Florida were mentioned as being hit. Which, why the heck would someone bomb Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Be fucking for real.
Jacksonville doesn't make any sense. But, like, what's there?
I would think San Antonio over Jacksonville because San Antonio has so much military presence.
Yeah, I would think a lot of places over Jacksonville. New York, Chicago.
Anywhere.
Yeah, Houston, Boston. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. After the war, Omaha, Nebraska would be the new U.S. capital.
Oh.
And he was vague as to the motivations and causes of World War III.
Of course.
At one point, he characterized the hostilities as being led by border clashes and overpopulation, and also pointed to the contemporary conflict between, this says Arabs, but I don't think that's the right word, and Israel. Probably Palestine and Israel.
Oh, yeah.
But rather a milestone that precedes a hypothetical World War III.
Well, I don't think that's happening now. Now it's Russia and Ukraine that's going to cause a World War III.
Right. And he also claimed that when he was 13 years old in 2011, he joined the Fighting Diamondbacks, a shotgun infantry unit in Florida, for at least 4 years. In other posts, he described himself as hiding from the war. So he's not even consistent on his story.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
He also claimed that the Everett-Wheeler model of quantum physics, also known as the many worlds interpretation, was correct. And according to Titor, he caused a new timeline to form because of his time travel, which makes his predictions non-falsifiable, since believers can say that the events were averted by his posting.
Yeah, that's like a very...
Right, cop-out.
Like, oh, let me just say this, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
He also had some advice. He said, "Perhaps I should let you all in on a little secret," he wrote. "No one likes you in the future. This time period is looked at as being full of lazy, self-centered, civilly ignorant sheep. Perhaps you should be less concerned about me and more concerned about that."
Okay.
Okay, but I could see an old person saying that about young people.
Yeah, old people say that about every young people, or like every generation says their version of that for all of history.
And I could also see them saying that we do all just go along with what the government says, because in general, most people do.
Right.
And a lot of people are very self-centered.
Well, yeah.
He's not wrong, but you could say that about any time period.
Yeah, you can't say no one likes this time period in the future just because of that. Like, we don't like the past either, like other time periods and stuff. I don't know. Like, yeah, right. You could say that about every time period.
It just sounds like something someone from the future would look back and say about people now. And it also sounds like something an older person would say about people right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's an old person thing to say. I feel like it's an old guy who's not impressed with the youths.
Yeah. I'm not impressed with him saying that.
And he also, like, gave a list of, like, warnings. He said, for the future and how to prepare for the upcoming war. He said, "Do not eat or use products from any animal that is fed and eats parts of its own dead." I think we have covered that. Like, do we do that?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I don't know. Is that a conspiracy? The meat industry feeds them their...
Well, that's how mad cow spreads, I think.
I don't think we do that anymore.
I think that's, I don't know that we have done that. I don't know. I guess that would be something to look into.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's an upcoming thing that's going to become a problem. Right. I could see that. Especially if he's running around telling everyone about mad cow disease. But, like, also that seems like something a crazy person would fixate on and be into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're kind of eccentric, people get their one thing. Like, I'm terrified of rabies.
That's true.
But,
yeah.
But what if my hyperfixation was mad cow instead?
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like here for him. He's just very overly concerned about that.
Yeah. He also said, "Do not kiss or have intimate relations with anyone you do not know."
Okay. I guess.
I mean, I feel like we learned that from the AIDS.
Yeah, the AIDS and now COVID. Just randomly kiss people.
Right. The next one was learn basic sanitation and water purification. I feel like we did kind of learn basic sanitation, although I don't think everyone did.
I think most people did not, based on what we've seen.
Yeah,
I don't know. Water purification, I mean, that's a good tip, but also not...
And relevant! Relevant! The train crash, Flint, like...
Did you hear about Philadelphia? The whole city of Philadelphia was told not to drink their water.
What?
Like on, it was only just a couple days ago, or last Friday, I think. Like, they all got a text. You didn't see that?
Maybe I did. That does sound...
They all got a text to their phone saying the river, like the Delaware River was contaminated, and that's how the city gets its water, because there was like a latex leak.
Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah, and they told everyone at noon to stop drinking. Like, I don't know when they released the text, but they said at noon you cannot drink this water anymore. So everyone, like, rushed. Like, I guess it was going to be shut off or something, or, like, flushed through to try and get rid of it or whatever. So, like, it wasn't safe to drink then.
I feel like it wasn't safe to drink before noon either. Why would you be trying to get that water?
Everyone rushed to the stores to buy bottled water.
Oh.
So there were long water lines. But yeah, learn how to purify your fucking water. That's very relevant today.
Yeah.
But also, like, it just sounds like a prepper. Weren't there preppers in 2002?
I'm sure there absolutely were.
So wouldn't you just think, yeah, duh, protect your water? Like, that's very common sense.
Yeah. The next one is be comfortable around firearms, learn to shoot and clean a gun. That also sounds like a prepper.
Yeah.
But good advice if you're in a war. Like, it would be nice to know how to shoot a gun.
That's true.
I kind of want to get one.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that more and more.
Yeah. And then, it says, be good at first... Oh, get a good first aid kit and learn to use it. Again, that just feels like a prepper and also good advice. Like,
yeah.
I have yet to hear any of these that I'm like, no, you shouldn't do that.
Right.
But none of this also, like, gives me any indication that he knows something we don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just seems very, like, even then you would say these things and they make sense. Like, it's not something that only the future would know.
Right.
I don't know.
Then number 5 or 6 is find 5 people within 100 miles that you trust with your life and stay in contact with them. Again, that feels like good advice.
Yeah, just to make a connection with people. Not even for, like, a war or whatever, just...
Right.
100 miles. I don't think I have 5 people within 100 miles.
Yeah, 100? I have, like... Well, okay, I could say my coworkers.
I don't know. You trust with your life?
Like, you trust with your life? Like, I'm picturing in, like, an end-of-the-world crisis that you would band together with.
But I feel like almost everyone at work already has their 5.
True.
Like, I can't get added in because they already have their own units.
You can have my family. Oh, that's not 100 miles either.
Yeah, everyone I know is too far. I mean, honestly, if some shit goes down, the plan is to go to my parents' house, and my brother's also going to my parents' house because that's halfway for us.
Oh.
And that's where we're gonna make our plan. Like, we're just gonna get there at least, and then assess where we should go from there.
You know, I thought I used to have a plan, but there's no way I'm driving 20 hours to Wisconsin. I think Mark and I are on our own out here.
I don't think you would make it to there.
No, we'd probably go to Mexico.
Yeah, that's probably the best way. I mean, honestly, I'm like, yeah, for me to go to my parents, I gotta go south. Well, I'd have to obviously avoid, like, the city, so I'd have to go west first, like, all the way around. So I'm almost like, is it better to just go north?
You guys could meet in, like, Upper Michigan.
Upper Michigan, yeah.
Like, you go up through Wisconsin, they go up through Michigan. But they might have issues with the Mackinac Island Bridge.
Right, we talked about doing that, but I think it depends what kind of crisis it is.
That's true.
But yeah. I don't know, I gotta work on that. Find people within 100 miles.
Next is get a copy of the U.S. Constitution and read it. Dude, he's just a prepper.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, you should know what it says, at least. I feel like if everyone read it.
Yeah, if everyone read it and knew their rights, that would be good.
Right.
Number 8 is eat less.
Like, get used to eating less?
No, I think, like, don't be obese.
Oh. That's stupid. I don't like that.
Again, sounds like something an old person would say.
Yeah, it sounds like someone that's just like, oh, the only reason you're fat is because you eat so much, just eat less. It's like, no.
And you're lazy.
Yeah, because he said you were lazy.
Out.
Right, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's stupid. I thought, when I read that, I thought he meant, like, get used to only having one meal a day, because that's how it's gonna be.
Oh,
like, that could be good advice, but, like, not just in general, don't be obese. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Number 9, get a bicycle and 2 sets of spare tires. Ride it 10 miles a week.
Okay.
I mean, that's good advice if you needed to go somewhere without cars,
right.
But 10 miles isn't that far either. 2 sets of spare tires. He's a prepper.
Yeah, he is. I like that he didn't say learn how to change the tires, just have the tires. Just in case.
Should you also have brake pads? Like,
yeah, those get worn out. And
bicycles have parts.
Chain, too.
Yeah, another chain.
Yeah, you should have the whole set. And a bike pump.
You should probably just have 2 bikes.
You gotta have a bike pump, too. Just 2 bikes, you ride a bike with a bike trailing behind you somehow. So backup, like, I don't know if that's gonna be possible.
Can you ride 2 bikes at once?
No.